Robert Kharshiing had also a few things which was very dear to him. One was he while in the Rajya Sabha, he dwelt a lot, and being members of many committees, he had access to a lot of government information, and made a demand, very powerful speech in the parliament in Rajya Sabha for appealing to the government, the then Congress government, to free the rupee. A lot of people don't understand this because in whatever his articles have come out in the number of magazines in the country, where he made a demand that just like the US, the euro, the pound, which is freely convertible, the rupee should also be made fully convertible. As of today, the rupee is still being controlled. It has not yet been liberated. So he even laid down the statistics of how the most corrupt nations control their currency, while the most developed economies and nations have a free convertible currency. If you go abroad, it is very embarrassing that you cannot freely convert the rupee. So you have to buy the dollar and then take a dollar outside to travel. So he made a very powerful speech on that. It was very dear to him. Continued to make demands. In fact, he extracted the recommendations of Manmohan Singh, former finance minister and former prime minister, who himself had recommended the freeing the rupee. So there are two government committees which had recommended freeing the rupee, making it fully convertible. For whatever reasons, I don't know, till today it has not happened. But these are startling facts that Robert had raised in Parliament to highlight how corrupt nations, if you check the lists of those countries which control the rupee, they are the most corrupt nations. While the nations which have freed the rupee, their currency, are the most economically developed nations. He was also very much in favor. Another point which was very dear to him was getting everybody on a consensus. So if you recall, when he played a role in the formation of many governments in Meghalaya, and especially when he was the president of NCP of Meghalaya, when late Dr. Konglam then subsequently became the chief minister, he played a role in Dr. Don Kupar Roy being a chief minister. He played a role in B.B. Lingdo becoming the chief minister. And at all these formations, he always promoted the idea of bringing all the parties. He had this philosophy of an all-party system. He having been a Rambashnong, he always wanted to be part of the where you have a no party, an all party kind of a scenario, a neutral kind of thing. And that's how, if you recollect, in most of these governments where he played a role, you will find for the first time, then the UDP Congress would never work together. It was during his time when he ensured all the parties of all kind work together. I think he was also very much influenced by his association with the moral rearmament. He has attended, met moral rearmament in Pune and encountered with them. And I think a lot of his philosophy was also because of his association with the moral rearmament, which is an organization instrumental in bringing dialogue, in bringing the warring fractions together, warring nations. They have a very beautiful center in Switzerland. So he has been part of the Indian chapter and abroad with MRA, and that has influenced a lot of his ideology in his political life.